Yow! What's up, everybody?
What
Vast
up?
Difference is back.
Yeah, we
This
are.
podcast is a show where we debate incredibly stupid things
The
back and
stupidest.
forth. Such as, okay, it could be, little things called the ABCs versus the 1, 2, 3s.
Ooh.
Right?
Michael Jackson.
Or we could even debate sometimes whether or not I'm going to go down on a tree.
Okay.
So you don't know
He
what
might.
you're going to get here. You don't know. So check in. Also, the only way we win on this show, which is Vast Difference, if you didn't hear it before, VD, all right. The only way we win is we put out a poll every single Sunday between 8 and 10 o'clock on our Instagram, all right?
Exactly.
And you go
As soon
in there
as
and
you
we
get out
vote.
of church, the first thing you should be doing is looking to see if Vast Difference has a poll out.
Yeah, as soon as your pastor says, all right, good night, everybody, you should pay, all right, 1722? Where's that shit at? Where's that shit at? I know that poll be out. I know it's out, and it would be out. Because I'm always on that shit. I'm never late.
That's right.
Okay? I've definitely never fucked up once, alright? So let's get that out of the way now.
Oh, perfect.
The winner is only crowned once, different things this week. Him and I, or not him and I, one of us, will read the results of the thing and will be crowned. Tyus is not here this week. He had some certain things come up, which is completely understandable, so he will be missing out on this one. Which I'm going to take a shot in the dark based on how much I know Tyus. Probably say he doesn't really fuck with the Potter or the rings.
Exactly. So he just said, I don't want to be here for this one.
Yeah, and he was just like, you know what, guys? You guys are real fat fucking incel nerds, alright? And I don't want to do this shit. I'm not playing no Dungeons and Dragons with you guys. I'm done with it.
I think his exact words are, wow, y'all really be reaching at this point.
Yeah.
And it was a dagger to my liver, if we're being honest.
I took an arrow to the knee listening to that one.
Had to put a ring on it.
Shout out Beyonce. But yeah, we're doing films this week, and if people, we've seen in the comments, okay, we've seen the guy, alright, Slimy Buffett, alright,
Okay.
and he was a fucking asshole because he said, you guys do a lot of movies for not a movie-themed podcast.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, dude, there's no theme here. Vast Difference is just what we want to debate that week.
Right.
Alright? There's no...
We're not boxed in.
Yeah, we're no box.
We're out of the box.
We're thinking outside the box at all times.
Absolutely.
Alright?
Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So, slimy bidet, whatever you said it was,
Slimy
fuck you.
Buffett.
But thanks for commenting. You're a good guy.
Yeah, thank you. We
Or a
appreciate
girl.
it.
A good girl, too.
Yeah, it's probably a girl back there. But this week we are doing, fantasy movie, magic movie,
Two classics, two giant...
early 2000s
Franchises.
of the early 2000s. You couldn't be a kid in 2000 to 2009 probably without watching at least one of these movies. If you have, hey, more power to you. I know that you have no life and you're a lame son of a bitch.
And there's also the books, if you're a book reader, I'm sure you've read them as well.
Yeah, if you read Tolkien or you read
I've read a little bit of both the franchises. Never finished a book of either. But, I've read a page or two. But I think this is one of those topics where everyone kind of has an opinion because everybody has seen it or read it. Like, so you feel one way, and it you might love both, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But still vote.
Yeah, exactly. We don't,
because I know you have an opinion. Because there's no way
Yeah.
you don't. Because these are what would you say, titans?
titans of the film industry.
Right.
Harry Potter is book and film, I think, in the top 10 grossing of all time. Lord of the Rings still holds the record for most Oscar nominations and wins of all time.
Right. I remember that. It was insane.
They
needed to just stay up on stage. It was the craziest shit I ever seen.
Complete ovation over and over again. Legolas is coming up like, oh, I really appreciate my reward. He's coming up there and all that shit. It's a great movie. Shout out Peter Jackson, man.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into the battle,
he's put out some other bangers,
Peter
too.
Jackson is one of the greatest, most underrated fucking directors of all time.
Absolutely.
No one cites him anymore. But hey, I digress.
Okay, so I am taking Harry Potter, which means obviously you take Lord of the Rings. A couple things to clear up. We're putting franchise versus franchise.
It's not one particular
It's
movie.
not a singular movie. I guess we could bring that into, topic of conversation maybe a little bit.
Depending how the views of this one goes, if you like the video, let's get it up to 100 likes, and then we'll try to do the first movie or sequel to sequel. Chamber of Secrets versus Two Towers.
Okay.
I mean, hey.
That could be fun.
But yeah, so you keep going.
But then also, I don't think you're discussing Hobbit, are you?
No. This is purely 1 through 3 for me. Because The Hobbit, I didn't really fuck with it, to be quite honest. Right. It's a good movie, but it doesn't hold a candle to the trilogy. And I know that you're going to be like,
Which means that technically I'm putting 8 movies up against 3. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm just putting franchise versus
you're
franchise.
You're putting up quality versus quality here.
Exactly.
It's not...
Just what I enjoy more.
And it's not money or quantity. Because, yeah, obviously if it's those, I think Harry Potter would beat us out. Or, yeah, beat me out in quantity and money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure.
Because all the little pussy fuckers wanted to watch it back in 2008.
That could be just more interesting conversation, maybe.
Yeah.
But it doesn't apply to the actual debate.
Not the battle at
whatever. For me, so I absolutely love Harry Potter. I love the idea of seeing them grow up and, like, you know, him find his footing, find his path, find out who he is, and, you know,
he's
everything being...
He's a little emo bitch.
Oh, no, he's everything.
Harry Potter is a bitch,
He's a wizard. You heard Hagrid?
No, he's not. Hagrid, now that's
Harry
a real
Potter
G.
saved the world. If it wasn't for Harry Potter, everything would have
just
come to
Harry.
No, not just Harry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying just Harry.
Help.
But who do you think would have been able to take out Voldemort without Harry?
I genuinely believe that if he would have stayed around, he would have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He set up Harry Potter.
He set up Harry Potter.
Was
Harry
always
Potter
on his
was
shit.
everything. He was the man. That's what the whole movie's named after him. There's not a single person in all of Lord of the Rings where the movie's named after them.
Yeah, that's the good thing. It's an ensemble cast. You know going into it that nothing's going to happen to Harry Potter. You know, like,
nothing happens to him. Every movie something's happening to him.
You got his tragic backstory. All right, then you go in, you defeat the bad guy, you come out. Oh, it's a fun time at the beginning of the movie. It's very formulaic. Oh, can we agree? Harry Potter is, okay? And every single time you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? But it's named Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings. No one knows who the Lord is. Okay, right. So you don't know where that guy's coming at. You don't know if that dude's going to die. You don't know when that's going to happen. Because even Frodo isn't really the Lord of them all. Because of, spoiler. You know what? Should we even bother about spoilers?
Yeah, absolutely 20, not. Fuck you if something gets spoiled
20 fucking years ago. Like, goddamn. Yeah. Which, that's another thing real quick. I know it's not a part of Vast Difference, but can we just admit real quick how wild it is that these movies both came out over 20 years ago?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, holy shit. That's wild to think about. But yeah, sorry.
You're trying to tell me that Harry Potter is a bigger pussy than Frodo?
1,000%.
You're delusional.
No. Harry is a complete bitch, okay? Remember him in the Quidditch game?
He took almost everything that Harry does, he ends up having to do by himself in the end. And then they come back. No. Everyone else helps them along the way, and they do their shit. But when it comes to that final battle, every time that he faces Voldemort, he's there alone. It's just them facing off.
Well, I can't...
Even in the first movie.
I can say
before you find out that it's Voldemort in the first place.
Yeah, it's on the back of his head.
Right. That's just him and Harry.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not pussy shit.
But it is, though.
Frodo's never done anything by himself.
He used a rock to kill him. Like, what the fuck?
It worked, didn't it?
Are we saying that's what kills people now? Stones?
Hey,
like, get
I'm
the fuck out of here.
Works. Prison
that
rules.
Shit was overhyped.
See Harry in the yard.
Yeah, see.
That's all I'm saying.
His shit was just a wand. And then here's another thing. Because, again, we're not talking about just the first movie. We're talking about it all as a fucking whole, okay? Mm-hmm. And one thing that killed the Harry Potter franchise, at least for me, I don't know if anyone else did it, but the death curse, the killing curse. That ruined half of Harry Potter. Imagine the battles we could have fucking seen. If the Avada Kedavra, and then people were just getting slain like a Glock, if that wasn't around. All the crazy fucking fights and spells and shit we could have saw.
No, I understand.
When that came into play, in my opinion, it went down. It's like when Harry Potter became Hot Topic after the third one. Right? Like, it became everywhere. Every little teenage boy, girl was wearing it. Like, yeah, me, Mike, him, and Harry Potter. Those type of fuckers, right? It all went. It's like all the same kind of energy, and it just. Tore
I also
it down.
like how Harry Potter, even if they veer off from like the main story of what's happening or whatever, they still kind of keep it a little bit like relevant and still kind of fun. Where Lord of the Rings, I feel like there's a lot of empty space of really boring scenes. They're like, what, 3-hour movies? 2.5 hours? Something like that, right? And there's a lot of scenes where it's like, this could have been cut in half. Like, you could have gotten this point across without all of this fucking filler right now.
There's no fucking filler. All that shit's important.
No, it's not. I disagree.
You're telling me that when Harry... I can't remember, was it the 5th or the 6th one, when he goes up and he's like, going through the, the prank show, or the gift shop, that's not filler? They're going around checking out things, trying candies.
No,
it's like a pan shot of bullshit. None of that.
I don't know.
Shit.
I feel like that kind of stuff, like they do it in a quick way where they're like, this is what the world is and this is fun, and it's also like Harry Potter has like that kid feel.
Yeah,
where
I
it's
do
like,
agree. The whimsicalness of Harry Potter.
You know, it's kind of like with like Goonies or Stranger Things or whatever. Like there's like this kid shit, but somehow you're okay with it happening because it's like, oh yeah, that's what would happen. Like with all the shit that's going on, you gotta at least let them have a scene or two where they're like getting to have some fun. They're getting to be a kid.
And you can't really... Yeah, you just brought up a great point. I'll take it. It's my point now. They are fucking sorcerers. They're wizards.
Yeah.
So you know at the end of the day, besides the killing curse, like until the 3rd or 4th movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's kind of okay. Like, you don't have...
Yeah, but they know something's coming.
But they're not...
And they're trying to gear
dying.
up. They know they got to be ready.
The only people that died were his parents. And that was from Voldemort.
I mean, that's probably the most important people to Harry, I'd say.
Well, yeah, to Harry, but I'm saying as
and
a
he
whole,
didn't know their story.
Oh, my God.
Harry's being raised underneath stairs. Being chained up.
Oh,
okay?
Can we talk about him, though? The uncle? One of the most underrated characters of all time?
Oh, he's a fucking jerk. But yeah. No, he's
Sundays.
He's hilarious.
Me.
What a piece of shit,
Harry. You know you gotta do it before the pod's over. I'm just saying. You gotta do Blake's got the best impression in Harry Potter history.
See, now you set me up and now I can't do it. We'll get there.
I'll drop it.
I'll drop it on you.
And I'll fucking die. But like I said, I'll admit it's whimsical. Okay, when you're first watching, you're like, oh sweet, like wow, it's very wondrous, and you don't know where he's going. It's all like you're sitting along with Harry, right? But like I'm saying, at the end of the day, nothing real bad's gonna happen. He's going to school. He's surrounded by hundreds of the greatest wizards, right? He's the chosen one.
But everybody knows that, yes, he's surrounded by these people, but everybody knows that they can't take out Voldemort. That's the whole point.
But they know he can.
But he wasn't prepared. He couldn't even ride a broom when he first got there. You think you could take out Voldemort right away?
Hey, they all said he could.
I understand he's the chosen one. I understand the Thunderbolt and all that, but it's progress.
The Thunderbolt.
He had to work his way up.
Yeah.
I'm the first to admit here, even though I'm arguing for Harry Potter, he's not ready to take out Voldemort right away. And we know McGonagall and Snape and all them, like, they swing around Big Dick, but they're not ready for Voldemort.
Okay.
We all know that.
I'm not saying he took out him in the first one, okay? But I'm saying that he's the chosen one. So he's going to pull it out of his ass at the end of the day.
Right.
Okay? With Frodo, you're like, how did you make it through any of this? You have struggled and struggled through these movies.
Right. He needed help every step of the way.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of shit that he did by himself that he didn't need no one's help with. Okay? Like, yeah, and I know people are like, yeah, but he had to use someone walking. Yeah, I need a walking buddy. I'll take a walking buddy. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't.
I don't like
couldn't.
to hike, but I'll take one. So
right.
That's why I get that. Samwise,
but I'm saying if you're coming in here and you're going to call Harry, my chosen one, my king, you're going to call him a bitch.
Yeah. He is
Check Frodo. Check him at the door. No, he's a fucking pussy. He needed help every step of the way.
He's got Sting.
And he barely fucking used it.
but it's way cooler than his fucking vape and shit or whatever. I don't know why
Harry Potter killed it on everything. There's nothing he can't do. He's the MJ of magic.
The MJ? No. The MJ was Dumbledore. Okay?
Don't tell me that you're
Harry,
trying to... Okay, who are you trying to say Harry is the...
I would say Harry is probably the third string on the Bucks. That's who I'd say he is.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's who I'd say Harry is. He's probably like Derek Weber, because I know that's a basketball player. But
it could be. I don't know that.
Like, you can't fact check me. You can't fact check me on that. Another thing, though, like I've said before, you do have something that you're always going to beat me at, but that is you do have Hermione.
Yeah.
And every single guy, and in the 90s, or not 90s, but in the early 2000s,
from our age group,
was head over heels over Hermione. Yeah. Right.
We still are.
We don't have that in Lord of the Rings. But you know what we do have?
I don't think really any of the women in Lord of the Rings are that beautiful.
But you know what we do have?
Okay.
We got Gimli. And he's the funniest character out of both franchises put together.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I think...
Gimli's way funnier than any shit in Harry Potter.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Neville is the comic relief that we all need.
No way.
Gimli, get the fuck out of here.
He's a pussy. Neville is a bitch.
Yeah, Gimli is the equivalent of Bill Maher. Okay, that's how funny I think Gimli is.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no fucking way. Bill Maher is Gimli? No.
Yeah.
No. Or Gimli's Bill Maher? No way.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Gimli was... Okay, also, the little... between him and Legolas, the 16, 18, 19, they're just killing orcs left and right, they're just fucking... And then Legolas just comes, he's like... 27.
Oh, yeah, you guys can count. Good for you.
No one can count Harry Potter.
You see them go to school constantly?
Yeah, he had trouble.
Yeah, they had to count how many things to put in. He was at the bottom of
every single one of his classes, that little punk bitch with the
There's
star.
absolutely nothing in Lord of the Rings that is cooler than Quidditch.
That is
You have short people with
horseshit.
hairy feet. Who gives a fuck?
He puts on a ring in the first movie, and there's people around him. That's way fucking cooler than Quidditch. A ring
Quidditch is
put you invisible.
No, Quidditch is a full-on sport.
In Harry Potter, a cloak. You can't. You have to put on the whole thing and walk around like this.
Doesn't
around
matter.
The street. And I know I got a hole in the shirt. Fuck off. But with the Lord of the Rings, you just put on a ring. You can just walk around. You can just slide that off. Put it right in your hand. No one would even know. That's way fucking cooler. Also, you get evil spirits.
But that shit also makes you turn evil.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You get that evil shit in you. You can't. No one can stop. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
No one can stop you. Now, I will admit that scared the shit out of me as a child.
when Frodo chirped.
When Bilbo was like, "Nice ring you got there," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Ah!" Like I literally shit my pants as a kid. But also another thing, the spider in Harry Potter, Aragog, whatever. Oh, also, you had such a shit name. You had to take yours from ours. Aragog. Come on, they changed the letter for yours. J.K. Rowling was looking through Tolkien, and she's like, "Can I get a name, please? I need a name."
Is definitely way cooler.
Aragorn could beat the fuck out of Aragorn.
No way.
The Strider, the Black Knight, the King, the Return of the King.
I thought we were talking about spiders. Why are you bringing Aragorn into this?
Because you fuck. I said she had to go through Tolkien to get Aragog. Because his name is Aragorn, she's like, "Hey, let me change a letter." Okay, yeah, let's do this. Clearly. Because that came out way before. There's no way she got any other name from it than Aragorn.
Well, I can't speak on that because I'm not J.K. Rowling.
Hey, don't bring up her name anymore.
I will.
Also, another thing. Did J.R. Tolkien
the greatest
get
storyteller
canceled?
of all time.
Huh? Did the Tolkien man get canceled?
I didn't cancel him.
Exactly, but J.K. Rowling did.
I stand with J.K.
J.K., you stand with her?
I do. J.K. LOL, J.K. Simmons. I stand with every J.K. on the planet.
No. She got fucking canceled for being, hateful towards the trans people. Tolkien wasn't even around for trans because he was trans. He was before that movement even took off. Okay?
Yeah.
And you know that because there's female women in...
But Lord of the Rings also has religious
Rings.
Undertones, and I don't need that shit.
Yeah, that's true. They have gay men, though. Is there any gay people in Harry Potter? No,
I'm
there's
sure
no
there is.
representation.
They don't need it because the story's too good. They just let's focus on the magic,
outside
baby.
your fucking mind. The story is average at best. Like I said, it's the chosen one. He's going to fight the big bad. It's Batman. It's Batman. He's trying to fight the guy that took his parents. Or actually, if you really want to think about it, it's pretty much any anime. It's like a real life version of an anime. They kill his parents. Okay. He is kept up by an orphan, blah, blah, blah. He finds out one day someone's like, you have powers. Then he gets out and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? I got powers. And then someone's like, yeah, by the way, you're the one that can take out this guy.
Which you're perfectly describing Lord of the Rings as well. Frodo is a random little hobbit just doing his thing.
He's just taking it.
He knows Gandalf, right? He's known him for 300 years or however long. But he didn't know about the ring. He didn't know shit. It was just sprung on him one day.
So you're telling me you truly believe that Frodo was the only person, because they never said that he was. They never said Frodo's the only one that can take this.
But there has to be a reason why they bestowed it upon him. They had to have trusted him in some way.
Because he said, I'll go to Mordor. That's why. Okay.
But still, he had the nuts. Okay, if Gandalf is supposedly the wise or what, the gray, the whatever the fuck he is,
he's got to protect stuff.
Right, but you think he's gonna just give it to somebody? If he thought that Frodo was gonna go out and die the first fucking day, you think he's just gonna be like, hey, take this ring that could destroy the entire fucking universe as we know it. I'm going to give it to some random hobbit that I don't think is going to be able to take it. So his first day on this fucking, 3-month trek or however long it took them.
You're reading that all wrong.
No, absolutely. It's a fact.
Yeah. No
that he had to. I'm actually defending Frodo here. You're going against Frodo.
I'm not going against him. You're trying to make it seem like he's
only guy. Why didn't he give it to Aragorn then? If he was the most badass.
Said no. He was going to give it to Boromir. Boromir said no. Or actually, Gandalf seen in Boromir that he would have that he would have been possessed faster than anybody, and that's why he went.
Exactly. He's seen the purity in Frodo.
Only said yes because that little motherfucker had the balls, unlike fucking Harry.
All right, well then it sounds like
orphan.
He's a dunce. That's what it comes down. Yeah, he's like, let's give it to the idiot because if he's dumb enough to be able to do this, he's the Kronk. He's the name. Joey Tribbiani of this whole process.
Don't sully Frodo with those sacks of shit. Don't.
Well, then, if you're saying it's not because he didn't think he could do it, then it's because he's dumb enough to do it, then.
But I'm saying he's got balls to do it. Harry Potter was meant to do it. He was the only one.
Yeah, but it also takes balls. It doesn't matter if you're meant or not.
He was never going to die until he took out Voldemort.
And he had to deal with a lot of shit along the way.
What did he deal with?
Do you see what he was living with at home? You want to go home and live with Dudley?
That's the first two movies. The third one he's still doing.
Is it your mom? Harry? Is it your mom?
Is it your mom, Potter?
Potter. Is it your mom?
You gotta say it with the W. Is it your mom, Potter?
Is it your mom, Potter?
There you go.
Is it your mom, Potter?
Shout out Dudley. Dudley is the cringiest character in the movie. Oh, goddamn.
He's evil. I hate Dudley.
Okay, that's something we can both agree on. There we go. Dudley's
but he's supposed to be, so he does it well. What a great actor, whatever that fat
I've never known what his name is at all. Also, you have very racist representation in your movie. You could almost call Harry Potter a full Nazi film. Let me explain. Harry Potter is for Nazis, and I'll explain. The third one is Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
They have a shrunken head in it with a Jamaican accent.
Oh.
Okay? He's like, what time do you want to go to Hogwarts? Right? Exactly. That's extremely racist.
That's representation.
I can do it. No, that's not representation. If they would have had representation, he would have been alive.
Shout out to my brothers on the islands.
There we go. But he would have been alive if it's representation. They were like, yeah, so we need to have a black character.
Okay.
With an accent.
Everything you say is absolute horseshit.
That's not
because there's not a single person in all of Lord of the Rings that is black, Spanish, Asian, anything like that. It is strictly white people across the board. Name me one.
The
orcs.
Main orc.
The orc.
The main orc, you son of a fuck. The main orc. The one who comes out of the bag of salt and all that, or a bag of skin.
Well, I guess you could argue that one of the Treebeards are from Taiwan.
Us Treebeards. Also, is there anything cooler in fucking Harry Potter than a Treebeard in Lord of the Rings?
Moaning Myrtle.
Shut the fuck up with your bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Moaning Myrtle is the most annoying character in Harry Potter. What's the thing that she says at the movie? Fuck. I can't remember. We used to say it all the time to one another just to annoy each other.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember that, but I don't remember.
Damn, I can't remember that part. It's gonna come to me after we stop recording.
Moving on.
Sorry. But I'm just saying, a Treebeard was cool as fuck, alright? They're doing all their shit. People are like, oh, they're not gonna do anything. They're Ents. They're all worthless. They're just trees. Who gives a fuck? The hobbits are like, yeah, you're just Ents. We didn't even know you were alive. And then he's like, these orcs have ruined our home. And you're like, oh my god. Two Towers is about to go metal. And it went fucking metal. Like Iron Maiden type shit, okay? Beartooth came in that motherfucker and rained hell in Two Towers, okay? They come and they're stomping on fucking orcs. They're pulling the thing with the damn waters. The dude comes up, washes his hair.
Harry Potter's got the, what are they called? The Death
Eaters.
Yeah, and all that. Like, there's some metal shit in Harry Potter, too.
Not really. It's pussy metal. It's like baby metal. Remember them? It's like baby metal. Or, you know what? Harry Potter's is the IC stars of the cinema industry. Yeah, I would say that. Or Harry Potter is the blood on the dance floor of the film industry.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is Attila, so fuck you, bitch.
No, that's not, because no one's ever raped anybody in Lord of the Rings.
That's what they all do.
That is not true.
Yeah, they just don't show it.
Oh, get the fuck.
They just don't show it.
Gimli?
Oh, that's why they chose Frodo, actually, because they knew he was weak. So when they got him there, when they got to Rivendell, what do you think happened? When he was passed out, it's because he was passed around first.
Dad's gonna hate this episode. So many people are. Oh, man. Shout out Frodo, though. Come on.
Okay, Dobby. Come on. A loyal motherfucker. He's adorable. He was there to the end. We all know that we got a little bit misty-eyed when he said goodbye.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I am pretty fucking serious, actually.
I would much rather be Gollum.
Gollum? No, that piece of shit. Absolutely.
Dobby completely fucked over Harry. Because he's like, you took my notes. And Dobby's like, I had to do it for Mr.
Yeah, that backstabbing, wide-eyed bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
Tore him
Fuck
up.
Gollum.
No,
he's a pussy.
No, I'm saying Dobby. Dobby screwed over Harry. He kept all the notes from his friends. He purposely fucked over, so that means that...
You can't blame Dobby for caring too much.
Oh,
you know, sometimes the heart gets in the way.
What are you going to say? Like, oh, well, he was technically controlled by the Slytherin house. Or
I mean,
Lucius. But fuck it.
I could say whatever, because Dobby didn't know. Dobby's perfect. Dobby loved Harry. Dobby was in it for Harry. Every step of the way.
You're outside your fucking mind. This is asinine if you truly believe that Dobby's a good character.
I truly believe that Dobby is a good character.
Wow.
I think Gollum is probably the most overrated character of all time. If I could remove one character from Lord of the Rings franchise, in fact, the whole reason I don't watch that piece of shit anymore is fully because of Gollum. The fact that they're making a video game completely based around what I believe is the worst character ever created in the history of book, movie, television, music, video game, pornography. I don't care what you're rating it. Get the fuck out here with Gollum.
This is such poppycock.
Yeah, it's the poppiest cock we've ever talked about.
Like, to think that someone who, let's just go through the story real quick, because I'm sure the episode will be ending. He got controlled by the ring, okay, because him and his brother were finding it. He kills his brother.
And he tries to play the good side to Frodo the entire time.
That's what I'm saying.
All for selfishness.
That's what I'm saying. He kills his brother, okay, because of selfishness, okay?
Right.
Then he realizes his mistakes, has to go and live by himself. He becomes this pretty much just monster from the mud. But then he rises up. He gets the intellect. He has his hand in every pool in the Lord of the Rings verse. He's there with the fucking Sauron, with
and everybody
Gandalf.
hates him.
He's with everyone hates him, but he knows everything that's going on.
He's lingering. He's the guy that doesn't know how to leave.
Is the entire reason why the ring got into the volcano. Without Gollum, nothing would have ever happened. Gollum took there. Smeagol took Frodo.
Yeah, but
there.
Frodo was already headed there.
But he wouldn't have got there without Sam. Remember, Sam was like, "I don't know where to go," and then Gollum showed up and was like, "Well, here you go." Like, yeah, at first,
and he still tried to ruin it in the end. Still trying to be selfish.
That's what I'm getting at. But he learned from his ways. Remember, he realized he was like, "Oh, you're not you're saving me," and then he let him there, and then they captured him because that was the fucking orcs and all that shit. That's a good character.
Nah,
that's good development right there.
I think
nobody in Harry Potter.
I think you're trying to defend something that can't be defended. I think Gollum is like, I get what you're saying, but ultimately he's still a horribly selfish character, and for anyone to be like, oh, he's this great character or person or however you want to say it, is completely false. Because yes, he led them to the correct place, but still his entire plan was not for good. His whole entire plan was to get Frodo there, to push him in, to keep the ring, to keep the entire thing going. He didn't
do it at the end, and that's what makes a good character.
But he still tried.
He tried, but learned from his mistakes. There's no such thing as a bad, flawed character. We're all flawed. That was a flaw in his character.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
every character has flaws. Harry's got flaws.
Yeah, he's a little punk-ass bitch.
Yeah, no way. More than Gollum or Frodo, you're insane.
No.
Harry stayed on the grind. He stayed focused. He figured his shit out.
Looked at a body in the water and fell into it because he wanted to talk to it. That's a ballsy fuck. He didn't know if he was going to be pulled out, but he just wanted to go in there. That is balls. Harry didn't have that. When you said Moaning Myrtle, Harry wasn't even scared. He was
Moaning Myrtle.
Sorry. When Moaning Myrtle came out, he was just like, "Oh, let me talk to her." I'm like, this fucking idiot. She could go right through you. Have some sense. Have some wits about you, right? When he goes down with the snake, he just starts singing, the fucking parcel tongue shit, right?
But not everybody can do that.
Exactly, which all brings it back to he's the chosen one, okay?
Exactly. So Harry Potter is better than anything Lord of the Rings has to offer.
No, that's not. How did you get there from that?
Because he's the chosen one.
Everyone's the chosen one in everything. Like Mike's the chosen one and fucking Like Mike.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he took it to the championships, baby.
Oh my fucking god.
Shout out Calvin.
Oh my fucking god. I just don't understand how for 1 second that a movie with so many perfect characters of Lord of the Rings, where you have Harry Potter with such shit characters, that you see one is better than the other.
I think
the villain is better.
I think no matter which way you stack it up, character for character, we're going Harry Potter.
And also, not to mention, Voldemort is just like a magic Hitler. So you're supporting Nazism.
I feel like you can say that about... Well, I do support Nazis, first of all. If I could shave my head, I would. And every movie that you talk about where there's a villain is pretty much going to be a Hitler-like character. That's a part of being a villain. He's the greatest villain the world's ever seen.
But that's rough. That means that you're supporting the most gruesome, twosome guy to ever go around town.
I just support villainism.
That's sad.
And with that being said, let's see who wins.
Alright.
Make sure you check out 1722 podcast.
Yes.
Every Sunday.
Yes.
And Vast Difference every Wednesday. Make sure Sunday nights you're voting in the poll. When you see that poll go up, make sure you click which one that you want to, which side you're on. The more votes we get, the bigger this thing gets, the more fun we get to have, and we're just trying to get this to grow, so we will forever love you and appreciate it if you can like, share, and subscribe.
And we really appreciate the comments. Please share with your friends.
Absolutely.
All right, and do you want to tell them to let us know if there's anything they want us to say about in the future?
Yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see us debate or anything you would like to hear us talk about, whatever, drop it in the comments. Let us know, because that would make it way more fun, as if we know that we have people that are interested in what we're about to argue going into it. That makes it even more fun for us, I feel like. So,
son of a bitch.
Where are we at?
This hurts a lot worse when Tyus is not here. Tyus, I love you, but goddamn. So I put up 2 polls because certain sons of bitches don't like to vote. They just scroll past it. So I'm double-heading you this time, all right?
Okay.
So the first one is 50-50 Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But this is what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, 71-29% Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Oh, shit. Okay. I took a loss? That's what you're saying?
I took a fucking loss. Because everyone knows Gollum is the fucking G with the capital, okay?
Well, you could deserve a win. It's been a couple weeks for you.
Yeah, it's been like 8 weeks.
I'm okay with losing.
Yeah.
And the first one was 50-50, so I feel like at least put up a little bit of a fight for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were there. You were at least toe-to-toe with me.
At least for a round, I'd say.
Yeah, and kind of went downhill from there. But we appreciate you watching this episode. We hope to see you next week. Thank you for coming. With you.